He's screaming like a little child again. Oh yeah, I hear them. I don't see him, but I already hear him. Jesus Christ. I freaking hate that sound, man. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Satisfactory with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to the very top of our Megafactory then. In the last episode we actually finally completed this entire setup down here, taking care of all the rubber, all the plastic, actually grabbing a first bit of it too, and getting a first objective going in the hub. In terms of research, also, well, we had a little bit of a power incident that we had to fix. So, quite a few things off the list there, but now we are pretty much in a position where we do have these new and fancy materials that we actually do want to use for some production. And we've got some nice space here in the Megafactory, so we're probably going to tackle that today. We've got a good bunch of different sort of products to tackle that we need for the next space elevator phase, so the sooner we can start at least having those roll off the conveyor bands, the better. And I mean, in the end, there's also like computers and there's like circuit boards and all other kinds of different interesting stuff that we will need for some vehicles. So lots of things to take care of there. We also need to grab some versatile frameworks in order to start pushing those into the space elevator. It's going to be a good bunch, and I haven't really entirely started yet even, but well, I don't even know where we're making those anymore. I think it may have been a little further down. In general, we need to start taking those out so we can already produce some more surplus, because I mean, in the end, we're probably going to start using them for something else on top. And, you know, if we can already produce some overhead now, why in the world not, I guess. So, I'm going to go grab those. Maybe also see if we can somehow make a tad bit more space where we don't need some specific things. Maybe. Not really seeing much of any specific things that we wouldn't need, but maybe we'll grab some iron rods to delete maybe some encased industrial beams, and I'll fill myself up like that. That should at least leave us a good bunch of capacity. So what I'll do now is I'll run over to the base to actually deliver that, and then we will take care of a separate, little bit smaller task before we actually tackle the Megafactory bit in and for itself. But what exactly that'll be, I will tell you when we all actually are done delivering this stuff out to the base. So see you all on the other side of this cut. Alright, so over we are at the space elevator. First things first, of course, we're going to go and chuck all these in here. Already taking care of the first few bits. Honestly, given how many units of these were in that container, and how this was already 300 units, I'm feeling that we may already be quite close to that goal, which is beautiful at the end. You know, I'm not complaining about that. But why we are here in the very end is actually two separate things, not one. As I had remembered. So there was a very, very helpful comment from Hiver. Thank you very much, mate, for that. That, well, on the one hand side, told us that we can actually get some signage for the Megafactory, which is beautiful, because, you know, we were talking about that last episode, how everything was mega chaotic. I wasn't finding the stuff I was looking for anymore. And apparently the signage is available just here in the coupon shop. Now I do have like 40 in my inventory. I do think we have some on top in here, a whole one apparently. But on top of that, I was also informed by him that we could technically just go and throw some of those versatile frameworks in there when we actually have some overcapacities, which, given how quickly we're filling up the space elevator, may eventually happen, and then we'll have a good bunch extra. But let's go and actually search these up. I mean, this here, you know, would also be quite cool. Something along these lines. Concrete pillars, frame pillars, I'm not entirely sure yet. But just something to actually rest that structure for the refineries on. Because at the very end of the day, those are kind of still floating currently. So would be pretty nice. I think we will take care of that soon too. The question maybe being if this is an actual blueprint or if this is placeable instantly. I'm not actually entirely sure there. We may as well try it out, I guess. I mean, from an optics standpoint, I'm also not quite sure what I would want to take and what I would be able to do. I mean, frame pillars, no, I mean, frame pillars makes sense to me why that would be. Okay, so that cost to build 5 concrete? Let's grab that, I guess. Well, we're just going to grab it and see if it's like the actual blueprint or if in the end it's literally just like being able to place a few of these and that's that. So we're going to put those into our little bucket right there. It's just going to be 4 coupons, so honestly quite fine in my mind. Industrial railings also sound quite cool indeed, but we're not going to grab those just yet. Ladders, same thing, useful, not going to grab them just yet. These here are definitely individual items. Parts organization. Nope, that's not it. Customizer? Arrow patterns? It's like a lot of patterns and all, which, you know, could be cool. And concrete foundation materials. Which sounds very cool indeed. I mean, we could get asphalt in there. Actually liking that quite a lot. Adds the asphalt foundation material to the customizer from where it can be applied to any foundation or ramp. I think we're spending some coupons here today, everyone. I think we're spending some coupons. Let's add this one too. Quite cool indeed. We do have the coated concrete. We've never tried that out. We need to check out the customizer. I think I asked about that previously. I'm not sure if I technically already had it or what was the deal with it. I think X brings it up actually. We have never checked that out, so that's maybe something that we need to check out. The one thing that I haven't found, maybe it was hidden here? Nope. The one thing that I have not yet found is the signage. Not entirely sure, to be honest. I may be looking in the wrong spot, but this was the only place I knew I could spend my tickets. Maybe there's some others that I'm not aware of currently. Oh, I mean, that's a lot more parts than I had remembered as well, to be honest. Computers, you know, could be cool for like getting the vehicles going and stuff. At the end of the day, no signage to be seen here either, and the organization doesn't seem to be going further downwards. So, I mean, maybe he meant the patterns, in which case feel free to let me know down below. But like actual signs I have not found yet, so please let me know down below in the comments once more. Would appreciate that greatly. We're just going to grab this stuff for now, I guess, and we will come back to the signage topic at a later point then. Here's our customizer, finally. Beautiful. And oh wow, that's actually a lot of foundation stuff. So here's the foundation swatch, and then there's, okay, well, so that's colors, that is materials. Aha, and here we have like the asphalt, the coated concrete. Coated concrete sounds quite cool for the Megafactory, doesn't it? Oh, look at that. I think we may need to have that for the Megafactory. Just saying. Then we have like, I mean, this is the standard fixed foundation. We've got the normal concrete, which could also be cool here and there. And then we've got asphalt, and that is quite sick indeed. I'm liking that. I've already got some first ideas with this, I have to say. Premium Fixma skin? What? But like skin for what? Invalid customization targets all around. Not sure. Not sure what we can do with that, but that's quite cool. And, you know, can, like, change the coloring of things like this too, which may be quite cool in the future as well. Really, really liking all these options. But the second thing, then, that we were actually here for is those caves back there. Because I was informed, also by Hiver, so thanks so much once more, that apparently in the caves that are quite close to us here, we should, hopefully, be able to find some Mycelia. Which was, of course, the thing that we were kind of searching for quite a while now, in the end. Hello, escape, thank you. Which we were searching for quite a while now, in order to actually be able to research fiber, which then in turn will also allow us to go and get some, what was it, like the chemical mask, the hazmat mask and the hazmat suit. So that's of course being quite useful, because I think we all remember some spots around here where there was like some power slugs that were in hazardous conditions, right, where there was like some gases around that I well, would choke on and stuff like that. So if we would be able to find something along those lines, that would be quite great indeed. Now that'll be a matter of actually finding the caves, which I thought were somewhere around here. I seem absolutely unable to find those right now, which is never great. Oh god, Jesus Christ. Spook me more, little guy. Some hoggies out there. Don't really need to run into them because there's no cave over there, but... Well, I mean, I was quite sure that back here... Oh, yeah. Okay, here's the cave. Now, is there a bit of a safer entry than this? Jesus Christ. I would assume that back there we may find one. I also very much remember that there was like some spoopy spiders there and stuff, so yeah, that'll be fun once we encounter our good old friendos, won't it? We'll have to see about that one. Ooh. Who dat? Ah. Hi. Some hoggies back there. Let's grab these, just in case, you know. Never know when you need the next bits and bobs of food. I mean, that doesn't really seem like the safer way down. Oh! There's my coal platform there, or what? Hi, coal platform. We've actually run quite far out already, haven't we? Yeah, I mean, we can evidently not jump down right there, so I guess we're going to take the other path. Honestly, unsure about the way up. Oh, wow, look at that mist. Did that always look like that? I'm quite sure that's new. That looks beautiful. Oh, hi, Hoggy. Where'd you come from now? Poke. Oh, God. Oh, I don't want to build, please, game. I don't want to... Oh, God. I don't want to saw that Hoggy to pieces as well. That would be a bit... mean. I'm sure. Cool. Now... Why do I always have to try and build things when I want to select a different weapon? I don't know. Let's try and go back to that cave and find ourselves a bit of a way in. Maybe we can hop down here. I remember that we jumped into this one once on like the quest for our doggo. So we're going to try and go down like the same route of sorts if we can. And then, I don't know, I mean, the way up will be, like, a curious one to find, to say the least. Now, in theory, in these caves, there should be Mycelia. Kinda forgot about that part. So, hopefully there's some Mycelia to find on this end of the cave. Because I can certainly not make it to the other end of the cave. The interesting part also being that I first and foremost need to actually make it down into this cave. Now, what we can maybe do real quick. What do we have here in terms of food? Only the nuts. Did I eat all the berries? It seems quite weird. Anyways, just want to make sure to have those in our hands already, because honestly, once we hop off here, we can probably very well use them. I don't really see any way to further, maybe like this, feather off our fall. No, ow. Yep, that's kind of what I thought was going to happen. Right, let's munch our way to full health. Can evidently not really go further down into that one. I'm sure there's going to be some interesting stuff hidden behind that, and we'll check that out maybe when we have the hazmat suit. There's some Mycelia. Cool. First bits and bobs. We'll have to see how much of those we need. Oh, there's a lot of these around here. Beautiful. Thank you so much, mate. Greatly appreciated. This should very well last us for the entire research and, well, honestly, every single bit of fabric that we need for our suit as well, I'd hope. So that's nice. We are inevitably probably going to run into some spiders up ahead. Because I think they were here the last time. And that's not going to be fun. I'm going to be screaming like a little child again. Oh yeah, I hear them. I don't see him, but I already hear him. Jesus Christ. I freaking hate that sound, man. It's tripping me out. Oh, there's one. Oh god, I'm building again. Help. Why do I always freaking build? Oh, lag. Lag again. Where the... Go away. Freaking Why do I always panic build? I'm always trying to swap weapons as if I was like playing Minecraft or something. Basically. And then I hit one. Or I try and hit one and then I hit Q. I don't even freaking know. But like, basically... Where the heck are you at? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, basically, I evidently mashed the wrong button, and then I'm in build mode, and then it's like taking me 5 years to get out of that one. There's more. Great. 2 of them. They seem a bit poisonous to me. Why do these have, like, the green thingamajiggy? Yeah, I know where you're at, buddy. Hi. Ugh! Go away! Sneaky boy. Okay. It's probably not even been all of them. Oh yeah, that one I remember. Oh god. That hurt. Go away. Okay. And here we are, outside of this cave, and still no clue how to get ourselves up. I've got no clue in the world how I got out of here the last time, to be honest. I mean, that is evidently quite hard to climb up on. Ooh! How did I miss this one the last time? Oh god, Jesus Christ. Just got stuck on terrain and almost slid off into infinity. Blue slug? That's a new one, isn't it? That's quite nice. Is that new? I'm actually not sure we had blue slugs before. I quite have the feeling that we may have kind of just built our way up from here. So I guess we try that now. That is, if that actually still works. Ideally without wasting all too many materials, you know. Just kind of gotta get the rhythm going. Luckily we've got a ton of concrete and metal plates. Well, and we're already nearly back up. Cool, so I'll continue this. I'll tear this all down and we'll go back home. And then we'll get our... Oh, can I leap across that? Let's not risk it! The heck did I just build? Holy. I thought I built a platform, but then I hadn't. And why is this etched into that anyways? That was weird. Alright, after like almost dying 5 times in a row, let me go and tear all this down. I'll go make my way back home, and we'll see each other again for some research then. Alright, back home we are. And over to the MAM we go in our quest to finally get this part researched then. Now what we do seem to need as well is going to be biomass. That is going to be an interesting one. I mean, we do technically have a chain over here that was making biofuel. It should be making biomass in the first instance. In fact, we still have like 4 lying around on here. The issue being that I just kind of had deleted my leaves, but we do have a bit of wood remaining. So 11 wood should grant us not quite enough biomass, but it'll be a start. Alright, let me work on this. I'll go and get the biomass going as well, I suppose. And I'll be back with you once we actually have enough of that. Alright, back we are. As you can see, we've got the necessary amounts of biomass now too. The rest I'm just kind of letting run through for our purpose, basically. I mean, gonna get some biofuel. I'm sure we can use that in some way or another. But let's go and research fabric, and that is going to be a very, very nice indeed. Because that will now allow us to... Ooh, parachute. Interesting one. Could be helpful too, indeed. Doesn't seem all too expensive, so we can keep an eye on that. But that will allow us to go and make some progress on this one. Because, I mean, we do have the rubber. We do have the plastic. Very nice and easy. We're just going to need some fabric, for which in the end we do need some biomass. So I mean, that's something for which we can get a little production line set up soon, and then we'll get that going for ourselves, and it's going to be quite nice, hopefully. So that's some very nice progress right there, and we finally at least know now where to get all the Mycelia, so that'll be nice and easy to farm, I hope. Wasn't all the biggest pain in the world right there in the end. Now, what I do want to do here real quick, first things first, would like to try this out. Ooh. Look at that, I think. I mean, this part here is kind of intended as like a drive-in in the end for our tractors and other stuff that may come to the Megafactory. So we're going to make that some nice asphalt. And then what I would actually like to try here, we don't have plastic with us now, but we'll do when we grab some, and I think this will look quite sick indeed. I would also like some sort of skin for the walls. Haven't really looked into possibilities for that just yet, I guess, but we can surely have a look later. It's literally just for the foundation, so we can't use it on anything else, but I'm sure there'll be some cool skins for like walls and stairs and everything else in between too, so I would really like to take a quick look at that as well. Now, what I do want to check off the list for today as well, though, is at least somewhat starting in the Megafactory with our new setup up top for, well, using all this fancy plastic that we have. Not really sure why this is full at 137. Is that like something broken? Is there something broken here? I mean... Oh no, I think it's just... Okay. Well, so we've kind of discovered the issue here. What I had kind of thought has in the end become true. We need to get the fuel out to somewhere so we can continue making plastic and rubber. If we don't, there's not going to be any more plastic and rubber for us in the end. So that's going to have to be something that we actually need to take care of. And I don't really quite know how to take care of that just yet, because we don't really have any sort of like way to use this for power. I'm not sure we have any sort of packaging station or something yet. We don't even have that. So that's maybe something that we actually need to do before we actually get the production going up top. I mean, yeah, sure, right. Well, what we do have at the very end of the day, wherever it may be, we've got like the basic fluid buffers. And we could probably like build 10 of them and just like store the fuel in them. Maybe that should be our intermediate solution. But that's at least something to look at. Now, regardless, we do have some plastic, so what we're going to do for now is we're going to at least go and get a manufacturer going up top so we can get a basic idea of what we need for what. That said, what we do need for that as well is these reinforced frames. And I'm not entirely sure we're making those yet. Probably we are and I just forgot, but that's something for us to find out. Now, in terms of that... Oh god, help! Okay, we're good. That's kind of our only out for the frames currently. That's going to the 3rd floor. So we can go check out real quick what's going on up there. We really need some sort of proper signage here, though. I hope that I just missed that somewhere and there's some actual ways to properly lay out some sort of signage of what goes where. That would be absolutely glorious. Because otherwise, keeping an overview of this mess is really, really tough currently. So let's check out what we have here in the third floor. This should be where the frames are going. No, this is steel production. The frames are not going to be going here. Looks like we're going to the fourth floor instead. That's why I want some sort of signage. This factory's gotten so big, I've got no clue anymore what's going on where, or even what's generally going on. So here we've got the enclosed beams. Here we've got the frames coming in. We've got some steel. No, this should be the heavier frames, right? Oh, this is the versatile frameworks, right? I forgot. Okay, so we do actually need to make those first and foremost, which, how do we make them? I guess it's going to be an assembler at the very end of the day. Or not. That is weird, to say the least. Did we miss some sort of milestone there? That we need... Uh-oh. Did I miss some sort of milestone with you all? He's not going to be the constructor, right? It's going to be an assembler. Because, I mean, the manufacturer it can't be, because... I mean, what's the sense in requiring materials to build it that you can only make in it? And at the very end of the day... I think we're missing a milestone here. That is not great. I'll be back with you when we're in the base. Alright, back we are. And as you can see, here's a heavy modular frame. So I have to say, I'm a bit confused as to where in the world I'm supposed to be making it. Maybe in here? I wouldn't think so. Apparently that's the way it goes. Apparently you've got to make these on your own. Interesting stuff indeed. I mean, you can see that there's 4 inputs for 1 output, so it's got to be something that you make in the end in one of those manufacturers. It's kind of weird, not gonna lie. It's kind of confusing to me why you would design it like that, I suppose. But you know, at the end of the day, I guess it's just gonna be like a lot of plunking things together for me and like getting 1,000 screws going for this purpose. So I'll just be holding that finger down on that left mouse button for a while, and I'll be back with you once I actually have got these heavy modular frames done and we're back at the Megafactory. Alright everybody, we're back over at the Megafactory, and as you can see, we've got all the 10 heavy modular frames ready and good to go. So I think we will end it off right here. I would have liked to actually start things, but I think it's going to be a bit more of a complicated one for us today. Or, well, the next time, because what we will actually have to do is make sure that we can somehow align the inputs as well for this purpose. At the end of the day, I think we've already upgraded all these miners to Mark II, as far as I do remember. We have not overclocked yet much of any of them, as far as I remember, so we can get some more out of them. But it will be quite a complex product to make. I mean, you will start then with the heavy modular frames, because that's, of course, a very essential one to get more manufacturers going. I'm not going to be sitting here every time for 10 minutes just plunking away at these things so we can get them going. So, we'll have to see. I think in terms of the standard frames, we can get them out of here no problem at all. And then we'll kind of need to also get the other things in there, because there's going to be screws that we need, for which we do probably need an entire new screw production. I don't think that we really have much of any overheads in any of the things that we had already set up, but that's going to be something to check out, which is already going to take an absolute eternity to figure out if we can or cannot take anything from there. And, well, on top of that, there's going to be some other things needed. There's going to be the encased industrial beams, which shouldn't be an issue. We've got tons of those flying around. We're not using them for anything yet. And then on top of that, we also have the steel pipe. So we're going to need to get 4 different products up to the right floor, get them all into one manufacturer, and start having those heavy modular frames flowing out so we can even start getting all these other things plunked together. And there's going to be a lot of them. I mean, we do have stuff like the circuit boards, which should be a little easier, because we don't need the manufacturer for them. So that's going to be on the list, and then we kind of just need to prioritize. I think we're probably, rather surely at least, going to start with the things for the space elevator, but we'll see. The other option would, of course, be doing the circuit boards first, and then doing the computers off of those. But even that's going to need screws, so, you know, I'm quite sure that we'll do an entire new production line for that in any case. And then, you know, from that point on, there's going to be a lot of things to set up. There's going to be this manufacturer, there's going to be this assembler for wherever the circuit boards are. Then we're going to need manufacturers for these two products. We're going to probably need to make some other input products, or at least bring some other input products up. And then we'll slowly surely get going on the space elevator phase, and we'll also go and use some of these computers for some fancy new vehicles, because I think I have something in the back of my head where we can use these for some fancy new toys for ourselves. So very much looking forward to all that. For today though, I'm going to end it off right here. I hope you all very much enjoyed the episode. As usual, if you did, please make sure to hit that like button right down below for the YouTube algorithm, and make sure to also, if you're new around here, smash that subscribe button as well as that bell icon right next to it in order to stay up to date on all future upcoming episodes. But with all those things out of the way then, as usual everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.